Datta, Sri Guru Datta, Jai Guru 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 Datta, Sri Guru Datta.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your host Rishi Nirvan Barup
and Ravita Singh. Jai Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude, and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Pujya Shri Datta Ji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join his second in command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, now in worship.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gururdevo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Bhuyuta Shri Hari Chinnhitabhyam Agastya Rekhadibhiranchitabhyam Nigodha Bijakshara Mudritabhyam Namo Namah Sadguru Padukabhyam. Ganapati Gurumekam Satchidanandarupam Vibhudharivahasevyam Yogamargadhirudham Sharanamupagatanaamarti Sanghadrivajram Mama Hridaya Nivasam Bhaktinamro Namami, Bhaktinamro Namami.
Once again everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couva, Bellini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Aaron Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Mayaro Road, San Fernando.
How blessed we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, are that today, while Datta Arpanam is coming to you across the airwaves, Pujya Datta Ji is physically present in our beautiful nation. Pujya Datta Ji, on behalf of not just the Datta Arpanam team, but on behalf of all Trinbagonians, welcome once again to Trinidad and thank you for blessing us with your divine physical presence. And listeners, what better way is there for us to welcome the Nada Brahma to these shores than to join in worshipping the one whose name he has taken? Let us join in worshipping Lord Ganapati through this bhajan composed and rendered by Pujya Datta Ji.
Please open the Bhajanmala app or visit the website www.bhajanmala.com. Enter Bhajan ID number 54 and join in devotional singing. This beautiful bhajan asks Lord Ganapati, that ocean of compassion, that Lord of the three worlds who is praised by devotees, it asks him to protect us.
It asks him, that son of Lord Shiva, that one with the elephant face and a pleasant countenance. It asks him to take care of us and to grant us eternal bliss, truth, and knowledge of the infinite consciousness. Once again, everyone, the bhajan ID number is 54. Please do join in this offering.
हे नकपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे गणपा हे नकपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा हे गणपा हे नकपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा पालय गणपा शिवसुत हे गुहयुत हे श्रुति विनुत हे शिवसुत हे गुहयुत हे श्रुति विनुत हे गजमुख हे स्थिर सुख हे विनत सखा हे गजमुख हे स्थिर सुख हे विनत सखा करुणया मयि सदा स्मितमुखो भवेश करुणया मयि सदा स्मितमुखो भवेश हे गणपा हे नकपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा पालय गणपा योग विदित पावन पद नेत्रमितरतम् योगविदितपावनपदनेत्रमितरतम् भक्तिविदितदिव्यहृदय मे दिश दिशताम् भक्तिविदितदिव्यहृदय मे दिश दिशताम् सच्चिदानन्दपदा प्रदिश मे कृपान्ते सच्चिदानन्दपदा प्रदिश मे कृपान्ते कृपान्ते हे गणपा हे नतपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे गणपा हे नतपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा हे गणपा हे नतपा हे त्रिभुवनपा हे विपुल कृपा पालय गणपा पालय गणपा पालय गणपा
What a beautiful start to a beautiful day during this beautiful Golden Jubilee International Tour of the one who composed and rendered that bhajan, Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji. You are listening to Datta Arpanam, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Datta Ji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. Once again, welcome to Trinidad, Pujya Datta Ji.
Welcome to Hanuman land, Pujya Datta Ji. And speaking of Lord Hanuman, that incarnation of Lord Shiva, Pujya Datta Ji often cautions us that we should never distinguish between Lords Vishnu and Shiva. They are one and the same. Just look at Gita Mahatmyam, that beautiful description given by Lord Vishnu of the benefits of chanting or reading or even listening to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In the 13th shloka of Gita Mahatmyam, Sri Vishnu says, Ekadhyayam tuyo nityam pathate bhakti samyutaha rudralokamavapnoti gano bhutva vasechiram. Here, Sri Vishnu himself said that if, with devotion, a person chants even one shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita every day, then that person is blessed with attaining Rudra Loka in the afterlife, and they remain there for an extended period.
So, listeners, if meditating upon the words of Sri Krishna, an incarnation of Mahavishnu, if meditating upon his words can grant us Rudra Loka, or the divine home or the divine realm of Lord Shiva, then that can only be because they, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, are one and the same. In other words, where one is present, so is the other.
Even on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Sri Krishna was blessing Arjuna with the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, who was a direct witness to that conversation? It was Lord Hanuman. He was the emblem on the flag of Arjuna's chariot. And since that chariot was the site of that exchange between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, then Lord Hanuman was privy to the entire exchange first-hand.
But where are we going with this? Well, here's the thing. Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji has started, as you have been hearing on Datta Arpanam, what one could refer to as a global Gita revolution. Across the world, in Hindu countries, Muslim countries, Christian countries, across the world, in the very young, the very old, and everyone in between, Pujya Datta Ji has sparked not only an interest in Bhagavad Gita, but he has also sparked an interest in learning to chant and understand the messages of Bhagavad Gita.
Through Pujya Datta Ji's Gita Mahayagna program, in the space of 10 months, persons, and yes, even Trinidadians, in the space of 10 months, persons are learning to chant and, in many cases, even memorize the entire Bhagavad Gita.
And it definitely does not feel like it is by chance that in this country, a country where most persons of Indian descent are sadly not fluent in an Indian language, a country to which our Indian ancestors traveled all the way back in the 1800s, it does not feel like it is by chance that this is the place where Pujya Datta Ji consecrated the largest Hanuman Murti in the Western Hemisphere. It does not feel like it is by chance that in Trinidad, Pujya Datta Ji, the present-day incarnation of the aspect of Lord Dattatreya, consecrated a larger-than-life Murti of one of the first-hand witnesses of Sri Krishna's original teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
First of all, nothing that Pujya Datta Ji does is by chance. As you heard last week on Datta Arpanam, he actually said to Narada and Bharadwaja Maharishis when he was visited by the sages that he thinks over something 100 times before acting on it. But in addition to this, Trinidad's 85-foot Lord Hanuman Murti was consecrated back in 2003, while Sri Dattaji's Gita Mahayagna program was born almost 12 to 13 years later. But still, it feels like knowing that Trinidadians have faith in Lord Hanuman, Pujya Dattaji gifted the 85-foot Lord Hanuman Murti to us so that that Lord could help us to learn what he had learned directly from Sri Krishna.
And again we are reminded of the conversation which took place between Maharishis Narada and Bharadwaja and Pujya Dattaji 50 plus years ago. Remember what you heard last week on Datta Arpanam. One of the reasons why sages Narada and Bharadwaja felt that Pujya Dattaji was the ideal one to spread dharma across the world was because Lord Ganapati had helped to build the world's confidence in Dattaji, and so people would listen to him. Similarly, it feels like knowing that Trinidad is Hanuman land, by erecting and consecrating a huge Lord Hanuman Murti here, that life force in that Murti and people's faith in Lord Hanuman would give Trinbagonians the confidence and the courage to embark on the mission of learning what Lord Hanuman had learned, Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
How wonderful a blessing it is that today at the Sri Dattatreya Yoga Center in Karapi, Chaima, home of the 85-foot Lord Hanuman Murti, local graduates and students of Puja Sri Dattaji's Gita Mahayagna program will offer chanting of Bhagavad Gita to him. Without him, this program would not have existed.
The fervor among devotees to learn Bhagavad Gita, primarily out of love for Sadgurudeva Pujya Dattaji, is nothing short of miraculous, and it could only be inspired by the one who not only preaches Bhagavad Gita, but the one who also lives by the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Once again, pranams are offered at the divine feet of such a revered one.
Listeners, today the plan for Datta Arpanam was to share with you 5 key shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. 5 shlokas which help to summarize all 700 shlokas. But, as often happens on this program, perhaps where we were meant to go was a different direction. Same subject, different direction. And this is being said because even though the plan was only to share 5 shlokas today, coming to think of it, it would probably take an entire episode to try to encapsulate the beauty of each one.
Who knows then? Perhaps this is the start of yet another mini-series on Datta Arpanam, and perhaps next week we can look at least one of the 5 shlokas just mentioned. But for now, let us join in worshipping the goddess of learning, Goddess Saraswati. Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website once again. This time enter Bhajan ID number 515 and join in worshipping Mother Saraswati by some of her many names like Amba Bhavani, Sharada, Girvani, Vani, and Jagadamba, or the Universal Mother. Once again, everyone, the Bhajan ID number is 515.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani
Sharade, Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Sagitya Rasapana Sarasa Ullasini,
Sahitya Rasapana Sarasa Ullasini,
Kavijana Bhushini Kama Vilochini,
Avijana Bhushini Kama Vilochini.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Shungara Rasapana Vani Girvani,
Shringara Rasapana Vani Shivani,
Sarva Veda Rasapana Sarasa Ullasini,
Sarva Veda Rasapana Sarasa Ullasini.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade,
Jagadamba Bhavani,
Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Sangeeta Nada Priya Nada Tanumayi,
Sangeeta Nada Priya
Nada Tanumayi, Ratnakara Shobhini, Rajiva Lochini,
Ratnahara Shobhini,
Rajiva Lochini. Vagme Vachali Vacham Gochari,
Vaadme Vachali Vachama Gochari,
Pullalochini Pullava Nandini,
Pullalochani Pullavanandini.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Hamsalolini Sada Vani,
Hamsalolini Sadavani,
Panigana Bhushini Rushigana Sevita,
Nigana Bhushini Ruchigana Se,
Sachidanandini Sadhu Rakshini,
Sachidanandini Sadhu Rakshini,
Nandini Anandini Sachidanandini, Nandini Anandini,
Sachidanandini,
Sachidanandini, Sachida.
Sachidanandini.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
Amba Bhavani Sharade,
Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade, Jagadamba Bhavani Sharade.
What a powerhouse of a bhajan! Even if you are exhausted or sleep deprived or just feeling down, that bhajan is like a tonic, fueling us to get up and get going. Divine, energizing, and too beautiful to describe. That is the musical genius of the one who composed and rendered that bhajan, Paramapujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji.
Once again, on behalf of the Datta Arpanam team, the folks at 103.1 FM, and the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Koke Supermart Limited, a very warm welcome is extended to Puja Datta Ji and his Parivaram, who are visiting Trinidad as part of Puja Datta Ji's 50th Vishva Dharma Vijaya Yatra, or 50th International Tour, aimed at spreading Dharma across the world.
Welcome, Pujya Datta Ji, and welcome to your Parivaram as well. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are extremely grateful that you are giving of your time and energy to visit this land of the Trinity Hills. Today, inspired by the Bhagavad Gita chanting, which will take place in a few hours' time at the Sri Dattatreya Yoga Center in Karapi, Chaima, contemplation is based on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad Gita in Trinidad and Tobago.
For many Hindus in this nation, our ancestors came with the beautiful words of Ramayanam in their hearts and minds. But to many, Bhagavad Gita always seemed like an elusive scripture. It felt like it was only meant to be studied by the scholars and academics, like the layperson would not be able to grasp its essence. But thanks to Puja Datta Ji, that thinking has not only changed locally but across the globe.
Pujya Datta Ji has not only inspired a movement to learn and study Bhagavad Gita, but he has also written commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita. In fact, a few years ago, I think it may have been 2023, he released a 2,000-page 3-volume book series entitled Gita Swara Prastara Vyakya, in which a detailed explanation of Bhagavad Gita is given.
And in his infinite compassion, ever cognizant of the needs of all his devotees, just 1 year later he released a more concise version of this called Laghu Vyakya. So while we await the English translation of the 3-book series, we can still, as Sri Krishna taught, uplift ourselves by ourselves, using this Laghu Vyakya, which is published in English.
Listeners, as you saw last week through the story of Guru Shukracharya and his disciple Katja, there is nothing that Guru will not do for the sake of the well-being and upliftment of his disciples. How blessed we are to have a Guru as benevolent as Pujya Datta Ji here on Trinidadian soil. To such a dedicated leader in all aspects of our life, let us join in this offering.
This bhajan, composed by devotee Krishan Kumar, is one for which Trinidadian devotees are well known, even though Krishan Ji was not Trinidadian. It is like Trinidad has adopted this as their national bhajan in praise of beloved Satguru Deva.
If you have ever been to a local program when Sri Datta Ji has been in Trinidad, you will by now probably have figured out what bhajan this is. It is none other than Swami Natha. You can find the words to this bhajan by entering bhajan ID number 5080 on the SGS Satsang app. Please join in this musical tribute to beloved Sadgurudeva, Pujya Datta Ji.
स्वामी तू है हमारा दाता हमारे रहना, संग सदा तुम हमारे रहना, संग सदा तुम हमारे रहना। तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामी नाथा, तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामी नाथा, स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा, स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। जीवन भर करूं सुमिरन तेरा,
घड़ी घड़ी पल पल नाम तेरा,
वर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामी नाथा,
वर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामी नाथा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा, स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। तू ही तू बस तू ही तू, तू ही तू बस तू ही तू, तू ही तू है सब कुछ मेरा, तुझ बिन कुछ ना भाता स्वामी नाथा, तुझ बिन कुछ ना भाता स्वामी नाथा। तू ही वेदा तू ही पुराणा,
तू ही भक्ति तू ही ज्ञाना,
तू ही रामा तू ही कृष्णा,
तू ही विष्णु तू ही ब्रह्मा,
तू ही महेशा तू ही गणेशा, तू ही महेशा तू ही गणेशा, तू ही भवानी तू जगदीशा। बार बार अवतार तू लेकर, बार बार अवतार तू लेकर, सबको राह दिखाता
स्वामी नाथा,
सबको राह दिखाता
स्वामी नाथा,
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा, स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। धन्य है वो जिसने तुझे पाया, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा, कहे कुमार भज सच्चिदानंदा।
तेरे संग में रहकर स्वामी, तेरे संग में रहकर स्वामी,
मैंने सब कुछ पाया
स्वामी नाथा,
सब कुछ पाया।
स्वामी नाथा।
आज के शुभ दिन हम करें अर्पण, आज के शुभ दिन हम करें अर्पण, तेरे चरण में अपना जीवन। हमारी आयु भी लग जाए तुझको, हमारी आयु भी लग जाए तुझको। तेरा मंगल दास है गाता।
स्वामी नाथा।
तेरा मंगल दास है गाता।
स्वामी नाथा।
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा।
स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा।
स्वामी नाथा
सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। स्वामी नाथा सच्चिदानंदा, जय गुरुनाथा
A timeless classic when it comes to devotional tributes. And you heard it right here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to this hour-long devotional satsanga, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today, contemplation has been inspired by Puja Datta Ji's drive to propagate Bhagavad Gita throughout the world, including right here in Trinidad, in Hanuman land.
How interesting it is that Arjuna specifically was chosen to be the pretext for Bhagavad Gita being shared with the world. Arjuna was a married man. He had lived a royal life and he had lived a life of exile. He had children, a family. He was a warrior. In other words, listeners, Arjuna was not an ascetic, living on his own, having renounced all worldly life. He wasn't even a Brahmin. He was a Kshatriya, a married Kshatriya with a wife and children.
Listeners, what this shows us is that anyone and everyone is eligible to learn and study Bhagavad Gita.
And don't feel I didn't go to school or I didn't do well in school, so I cannot do it. Through Puja Datta Ji's Gita Mahayagna program, even elderly, illiterate persons have managed to not only learn to chant Bhagavad Gita, but they have also memorized all 700 shlokas. Listeners, you've heard it again and again on this program. Learning Gita changes your life. Puja Datta Ji changes your life. If we follow him and follow his teachings, we become better people, kinder people, more spiritual people. Not better, kinder, more spiritual Hindus, because he never asked anyone to change their religion. What he is preaching is not religion, it is righteousness. He helps us to become better human beings, full stop.
Puja Datta Ji is the spearhead behind a surge in interest in Bhagavad Gita. Why? Well, to uplift us, to help us to uplift ourselves. As he himself has said, Gita will love, cajole, guide, mentor, instruct, and instill such inspiring teachings that it will transform us into extraordinary people.
Everyone, keep Bhagavad Gita in your home. Study Bhagavad Gita. Join the Gita Mahayajna program. As you have been hearing, Batch 12 will start sometime in August, so like and follow the Datta Arpanam Facebook page and continue to tune in to Datta Arpanam for updates in that regard. Make Bhagavad Gita a part of your everyday life. If you do, you will see a significant positive transformation in your life. And that is not just my empty promise. Those are the words of the one who is truth incarnate, the one whose words never go in vain. Those are words taken from Sri Swamiji's benedictory message in his Laghuvakya treatise on Bhagavad Gita.
And after all of this talk on Bhagavad Gita, surely, like us, you are now feeling an urge to chant some Bhagavad Gita. As Pujya Dattaji has said on the SGS Posts Facebook page, where daily he posts multiple memes of wisdom, guidance, and inspiration, don't postpone good deeds. So everyone, please open the Bhajanmala app or website to ID number 2285 and join in chanting chapter 13 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita is said to be divided into 3 shatkas or 3 sets of 6 chapters each. One classification of these 3 shatkas is based on the type of yoga being taught. So chapters 1 to 6 are called Karma Shatka, 7 to 12 Bhakti Shatka, and the final Shatka, consisting of chapters 13 to 18, is called Jnana Shatka. Chapter 13 then is the first chapter in the Jnana Shatka. Jnana meaning knowledge or an understanding of the oneness between the Jivatma or the individual soul and the Paramatma or the Supreme Soul.
The Lord begins chapter 13 by clarifying to Arjuna the difference between the soul and the body or field occupied by the soul. In other words, he clarifies the difference between the Kshetrajna and the Kshetra. Put another way, the Lord is teaching Arjuna that we are not this body, this form. The body is not eternal. We, however, we are the soul, and the soul is eternal.
And why is this an important lesson? Well, just like as an adult, you see the futility in a child becoming attached to a balloon and then getting what is to you unexplainably upset when the balloon bursts, so too, listeners, when we understand that we are not the body, we are not that which perishes, then we will no longer view life as gains and losses. We will view it all as the Lord's divine play. And with that will come the peace of mind that will allow us to meditate on who we truly are, which is that eternal, everlasting, blissful divinity.
Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Once again, everyone, please join in chanting chapter 13 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the words to which can be found by entering ID number 2285 on the Bhajanmala app or website.
अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मतं मम तत्क्षेत्रं यच्च यादृक् यद्विकारि यतश्च यत् स च यो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकञ्च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः इच्छाद्वेषः सुखं दुःखं सङ्घातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत्क्षेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम् अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचं स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्ममृत्युजराव्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः पुत्रदारगृहादिषु नित्यञ्च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्ययोगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतिर्जनसंसदि अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम् तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखम् सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितम् भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयम् ग्रसिष्णुप्रभविष्णु च ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम् इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्तये तद्विज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव विध्यनादि उभावपि विकारांश्च गुणांश्चैव विद्धि प्रकृतिसम्भवान् कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते पुरुषः प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य सदसद्योनिजन्मसु उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तः देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि न स भूयोऽभिजायते ध्यानेनात्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिदात्मानमात्मना अन्ये साङ्ख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे अन्ये त्वेवमजानन्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः यावत् सञ्जायते किञ्चित् सत्त्वं स्थावरजङ्गमम् क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञसंयोगात् तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभ समं सर्वेषु भूतेषु तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरम् विनश्यत्स्व विनश्यन्तं यः पश्यति स पश्यति समं पश्यन् हि सर्वत्र समवस्थितमीश्वरम् न हि नस्त्यात्मनात्मानं ततो याति पराङ्गतिम् प्रकृत्यैव च कर्माणि क्रियमाणानि सर्वशः यः पश्यति तथात्मानम् अकर्तारं स पश्यति यदा भूतपृथग्भावम् एकस्थमनुपश्यति तत एव च विस्तारं ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते तदा अनादित्वान्निर्गुणत्वात् परमात्मायमव्ययः शरीरस्थोऽपि कौन्तेय न करोति न लिप्यते यथा सर्वगतं सौक्ष्म्यात् आकाशन्नोपलिप्यते सर्वत्रावस्थितो देहे तथात्मानोपलिप्यते यथा प्रकाशयत्येकः कृत्स्नं लोकमिमं रविः क्षेत्रं क्षेत्री तथा कृत्स्नं प्रकाशयति भारत क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञयोरेवम् अन्तरं ज्ञानचक्षुषा भूतप्रकृतिमोक्षं च ये विदुर्यान्ति ते परम् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगो नाम त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः। सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः।
Such a beautiful chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The words may seem tricky sometimes, but even without knowing their in-depth meanings, they give us comfort. You were just listening to Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji as he chanted chapter 13 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita here on Datta Arpanam.
We all know that Bhagavad Gita is so beneficial in guiding a soul's afterlife journey, but so is Nama Sankirtanam, the surest way to moksha in this age of Kali. So, before beginning to wrap up today's episode of Datta Arpanam, let us once again join in Divya Nama Sankirtanam.
ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿ ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿ ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ಸಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಧೀರನಿವನು ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯುವನು ಸಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಧೀರನಿವನು ಕಾಯುವನು ಸಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಧೀರನಿವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯುವನು ಸಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಧೀರನಿವನು ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಭಕ್ತಿಗೊಲಿಯುವನು ಸಂದೇಹವಿಲ್ಲ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ಭಕ್ತಿಗೊಲಿಯುವನು ಸಂದೇಹವಿಲ್ಲ ಸೌಮ್ಯ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿ ದತ್ತರಾಣೆಗೂ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ ಬಡವ ಬಲ್ಲಿದ ಭೇದವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ಕಾಯುವನು ಬಡವ ಬಲ್ಲಿದ ಭೇದವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ಕಾಯುವನು ಬಡವ ಬಲ್ಲಿದ ಭೇದವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ಕಾಯುವನು ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ, ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ, ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿಗೂ ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ, ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ. ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ, ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸದ್ಭಕ್ತರ ಪಾಲಿಪನು, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸದ್ಭಕ್ತರ ಪಾಲಿಪನು, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆಶ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ, ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ, ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ, ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುದತ್ತ. ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ, ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ, ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ದತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗ, ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿಗೂ ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ, ಸತ್ಯವಿದು ಎಂದೆಂದಿಗೂ ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ, 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 ದತ್ತನಾಣೆಗೂ.
Devotees, listeners, today on Datta Arpanam, you have heard a lot of things that have been previously shared on the program, but we still hope that you learnt at least one new thing. But even if all of the information was familiar to you, the hope is that the take-home message will also become so familiar to you that you will be driven to act on it. Make Bhagavad Gita a part of your daily life. Make Satsanga a part of your daily life. Start today. Monitor the Sri Dattatreya Yoga Center in Karapi Chaima's Facebook page, the Sri Satchidananda Yoga Ashrama's Facebook page, and the Datta Arpanam Facebook page for updates on Pujya Dattaji's programs while here in Trinidad. And don't just make yourself aware of the schedule, but come along and join in the programs. Experience the bliss of being in Guru Sannidhi.
And with that plea, everyone, we now begin to wrap up today's episode of Datta Arpanam.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Sri Dattaji and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where later this week the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Etat phalam Shri Sadguru Charanaravindarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत्